Hey there, gang. How's it going? So the other day I shared a video showing a couple of items a buddy of mine got. Had picked up for me at an estate sale or whatever. And one of them was an old 2-burner stove for camping. Now this thing, I thought potentially was made by Coleman for Sears and Roebuck, but it was not. It was made by another company. I think it was called Preway. Anyways, the sad part about it not being made by Coleman is there are no parts available for this thing. So I'm a little nervous about what we got here. The tank has got a really ugly soldering mess, and I'll show that to you guys in a little bit. And the other day I lubed up the plunger, the leather plunger for putting in air, and I haven't tested it yet, so I want to see if that's going to actually, build up air pressure. See if that solder mess, I'll show you the mess, it's ugly. If it'll actually hold air, and then from there, yeah, we'll take a further look at this thing. But yeah, excuse me. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we can do with this, if we can rebuild it or not. Well, we can't rebuild it because we can't get parts. So can we make this thing work? I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do here. But yeah, let's take a look at this thing. I'm going to change camera position here, and we'll show you what we got. All right, gang, so here's the stove again. We're going to take a look at this tank. So the other day, I was able to take this plunger out, put some air in it. This thing here, just this little clip, you take that off, and the plunger pulls right out. Of course, it has a leather wrap around down at the bottom there. I lubed the heck out of it, so I'm hoping that'll be able to actually pump and hold pressure. Now, this side here, can you see this ugly mess? Like, whoever soldered this thing did just an unbelievable icky job. So I don't know if this will actually hold pressure or not once we start pumping it. So anyways, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, see, it's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. Yep, okay, I can get it to pump. So that's good news. Let's pump it a bunch of times to see if it actually builds up some pressure. Feels like it's building pressure. That's kind of cool. Okay. So it's holding pressure. Let's take this gas cap off right here. Oh, you can hear it. So even though that's an ugly solder job, it does hold pressure. So that's huge. Pump it up again. And something's leaking. I can hear something leaking. So I don't know if it's, we're gonna have to find the leak. I don't know if it's leaking from the cap, because maybe this O-ring is shot right here, or if it was leaking from the solder point. Doggone it, eh? No. I gotta come up with some soapy water or something I can spray on there to see if we can get some air bubbles. I'll bring you guys back. All right, let's pump this up again. See if we can figure out where it's leaking from. And we'll pump the daylights out of it. Get lots of pressure built up. So I gotta be honest, I'm quite surprised that this thing builds pressure. Yeah, I can hear it leaking. Aha, right there. It's leaking from right there. Oh, it's leaking from right here too. So we got a couple leak points. Can you see that bubbling? Here. You can see the big bubbles coming here. Well, that answers that, don't it? So we got 2 slow leaks on this thing. This one probably not a huge deal. The one on the tank, I think that's going to be a problem. Alright guys, well, we're kind of at a standstill for now, but I wanted to give an update on taking a look at this thing. Kind of bummed out that we got air leaking, especially on the tank. This one, I'm not so concerned about, but it's this tank issue. And it's not even on the solder, it's actually off to the side here. So I don't even know if that's fixable. Doggone it, guys. Alright. Well, that's that. I guess I'll bring you back another time when we figure out what the heck we're going to do. Dang it, guys. Well, gang, this gas tank was Sears and Roebuck. I was able to get it partially apart, but part of getting it apart was I got the on-off side taken out, and I was trying to heat this up a little bit, trying to get this to work loose, and yeah, in the process, this piece here, let me get it for you. This piece here is pretty fragile, and it broke. So once I was fairly disgusted with myself for that, I put some pressure on it, but I didn't. I don't know. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with myself. That's all I can say. But once I had a part, I was like, well, I'm going to see if I can at least get this out, right? Because on the Coleman stoves, it just screws in, and this should just screw in. It spins, but it will not go up, it will not go down, it stays, it's just spinning in the one place that it's in. So, yeah, aside from the fact that this tank was probably jacked because of this and it was leaking from over here, now the one piece that I cannot replace is broken, but I had a small hope. I was like, well, if I could get this out, maybe I could find something from Coleman that would be similar and be able to use a Coleman part to replace that with, and that's not the case. So all is not lost though. I'm not going to take this as a loss, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open this tank up. They cut it clear in half and see what this thing looks like on the inside. So if I find another one, I'll know how to actually tear it down and rebuild it. I've done a few Colemans, but this is the first time I've broken anything, which really disgusts me. I'm usually pretty ginger with this stuff, So the fact that it broke, really, really frustrated with that. And then, like I said, once it was broke, then I figured, well, whatever. I'm going to try to screw this out. I took and put an open-end wrench on here. I wasn't going to tear this completely apart like this. I was just going to work this valve here. I was putting penetrating lube in here, and I was just going to let it sit, and I was going to work it over the next few days. And if it took a month to break loose, whatever. I know on my my 1943 Coleman Soldier stove, it took a month to get this little valve to start working. Lubing, heating, lubing, heating. Literally took a month. I come down a couple hours here, a couple hours there, whatever. But I was lubing it consistently. And literally took a month. I thought this, whatever, if it was going to take that, that would have been fine. But once this piece broke, whatever, then I took a wrench and I just put it on here so I have some leverage just to see if I could get this to spin. And it didn't take a whole lot for it to spin, but it will not spin out. And I can see that there's threads in here. Like, there are threads. And it will not come out of there. So I don't know. Really frustrated that this did not go as planned. So anyways, guys, oh, my shirt is horribly stained, eh? But anyways, doesn't matter. We're working. Yeah. Damn it. I thought a long, slow process. If I could get that valve working, and then I was thinking of grinding all this off and bringing it into a shop and see if somebody could fix that. Not anymore. That one is toast. Now we gotta keep our eyes open. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later.